Hello guys, my name's Alice and forgive me for the bad quality, but I am not rich enough to get a proper camera, so I will be drawing like this with my little setup. So today I just wanted to start off this little art journey on YouTube with a little video about how to draw a face, a manga face specifically, from three angles. I'll do three angles today: side view, three-quarter view, and front view. So basically my method of doing it is quite different from other people because I find that drawing a circle and then a line and then the jaw doesn't work for me. I don't know why, everything ends up out of proportion, but I found my own way of doing it. So yeah, let's begin. So I think about the character that I'm drawing, and I think about, first of all, what is their face shape? Is it long, round, are they young, old, whatever the hell? So for this one I'll just do like a normal, not too long, not too round kind of face, just an average face. And I'll start off by drawing the oval that the face is going to fit in. Okay, it's a bit shaky, but it's alright, it's a sketch. So this is like a generic kind of face structure that we're going to do, and we're going to draw the line in the middle, obviously for symmetrical purposes. This is going to be a front facing face, face twice. So we're going to cut right in the middle like this, a line right in the middle. This is where the eyes will go. So this is how I start my face. Obviously you can start yours with a circle if that helps you. So a circle, maybe like that as well, but I prefer to do ovals. It's quite quick and easy. It helps me to make sure that the faces of the characters that are together are in proportion to each other. That's just how I do it. So we have our oval. Then I'm going to start carving the jaw out. I'll make this a little fainter so you can see what we're drawing. Oh, move. So I will start carving the jaw inwards like this. So it's kind of two lines that go inside. If you can pretend that there's like a triangle there, just like that. This is going to be like the cheekbones right here. Or what they're called, the temples here, and then the cheekbones here. And then we're going to draw two lines meeting at the corners like this. Right, they're obviously going to be symmetrical. So we have our face shape here, and it's within the oval, right? The corners, well, the corner of the chin will meet up at this point right here. Just going to go ahead and rub out any unnecessary lines. I like to rub them out so I can see what the hell I'm doing. So now we are left with this beautiful face shape, and obviously the eyes will go here at the top. This is the middle of the oval, and then from here to here we're going to draw a line split in the middle again, just like that, and then from here to here in the middle, maybe like a little bit higher, but mostly in the middle, just like that. So obviously this is where our eyes are going to go, nose and mouth. Right, so now we've got our general structure, we are going to move on to drawing the eyes. And the way I draw the eyes is also a bit different from usual because I have my own ways of doing it, but once you're starting, you really gotta understand the ratio of like where the eyes are at, and usually eyes are separated by the width of one eye. So maybe you could take the eye shape and draw like a circle right in the middle like that, and then from the edge just basically do this kind of thing, right? so there's equal space, kind of. There's one eye here, well, 3 eyes basically, all against each other. So the space between the eyes is the width of one eye. Once you get those in place, just rub it out. And I like to draw circles or ovals for eyes. Depends what kind of eyes I'm doing. I like to kind of, if it's like a girl character or a cute child or something, I draw like wide, big eyes, or if the character's surprised. If they're more like a guy character, or like an older guy, or like a sly girl or something like that, I would draw like a thinner oval. And depending on the depending on the character, eyes will have like different angles. So some eyes would just like droop down, some eyes would like go up like cat eyes, kind of like that. But that's how I begin them anyway, just like that. And what I prefer to do is to kind of, with my rubber, make them a bit dimmer so I can see what I'm drawing on the top, because I tend to sketch quite dark onto the paper. But yeah, obviously that's how I do it. And I sketch the upper eyelid into place, and then the upper eyelid of the other eye, just like so. Okay guys, I am starving, but I need to get this done. Okay, I've got the upper lashes, and then I'll just draw in the lower lashes. And you have the 2 eyes. These are quite wide. For thinner eyes, okay, probably be like that. Like that, maybe. Right, for the pupils, the irises, I struggled a lot with this, because before I couldn't really get them to make them like they always look lopsided, like the eyes looked quite cross-eyed, and I had the trouble getting them to look the same. But also notice how I draw my eyes step by step, so I don't just draw one eye, finish it, and then draw the other eye. I do steps on both eyes at the same time, so I draw them at the same time, and that helps them look the same. That's essentially how a tip to make your eyes look the same. I'm really struggling with these irises. I always struggle with the irises, they're always different. I think I'll just change this one a bit. Irises are going to be the death of me. Yeah, okay. And then we obviously draw the pupils. Okay. At this point, might need to fix it a little bit. It's gonna look really cross-eyed. Okay. At this point, you could add some eyelashes, I guess. Right. I like to add lower lashes, but that's just my personal style. I'll draw like this waterline at the bottom. That's just how I do my style, I guess. My little style thing. And the lid for the eyes, just like that. So we've done with the eyes. Now we gotta do the eyebrows. Gotta love the eyebrows. So for these eyebrows, I'll make her kind of look determined a bit, like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get this done. I'm a strong, independent woman. I've got this down. Like, hell yeah. I know this is supposed to be expressionless, but let's just, yeah. Let's give it a little arch. So for the nose, what I like to do for the front of the nose is I like to draw like a triangle kind of shape, and a downward triangle, just So this is like just a sketch of where the nose is going to be. Like, I'm not going to keep the full triangle. I just like to add the top of the triangle and then do the nostrils on the two lines below the triangle, like that. Kind of like that. I'm rambling a lot, I know. And we're gonna go on to the mouth. I like to draw it a bit higher than the middle line, and I like to add like a little curve in the middle to like represent like the details of the mouth, just like that. Don't know if you can see that. So curve of the mouth right there, and the bottom lip, just like so. Here's the beautiful face, yay, so lovely. Okay. Now for the ears. The ears are really basic. They're just kind of like, they're not really visible that much from the front view. They kind of just stick out. And with the kind of like face shape, I like to add curves to the face to make it look better. So I curve it out. There's like a little inward curve and then rounded chin, inward curve here as well, then it comes out with the jaw a bit, and then an inward curve and rounded chin. I like to ramble, yay! So it's not that like extreme, but yeah, this is kind of how I get it done. On most of my characters, I make the eyes a bit lower. I put the eyes like, I would draw the line and I would do the eyes like a little bit below the line, because I like my characters to look more like anime-like. But this is like where the placement should be if you're a beginner practicing. Once you get into the hang of things, you can start adding your own style elements, but you need to know the rules so you can break them. Ear details, it's not an ear video. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do an ear tutorial. Of course, I'm open to more tutorials. I'll also be doing like speed drawings in the future and stuff like that, but yeah, let's carry on. So this is the front face, and obviously we have this eye that's here. It's like a bit thinner. We could kind of like add lashes, and then we could do this little like faded eye thing, like an eyebrow. Like that. Now we're just going to move on to the side of the face. Let's move this a little bit. Right, side of the face I struggle a lot with, like I still struggle with it, but I guess I found like a little thing that I do in my personal style. There are so many different ways of doing side of the face, but this is just how I do it. I'm not good at side faces, but I'm gonna try my best. Like for a beginner, it might be helpful. I recommend you watch Mark Crilley's video on how to draw a face, like face in the side view. But yeah, let's get on with it. So, as I said before, I would start with my oval because I love ovals. No, but I use ovals to get things in proportion to how they're supposed to be. So let's say we've got like a character there, and then we've got another character right next to them. I need to have them, the both heads, to be the same size. So yes, we are using so many ovals. So we're gonna draw a line in the middle once again. This time we're gonna draw the chin first, like the line of the chin going down to the neck, that area. And depending on what angle you want it to be, obviously, but I'm just gonna have it straight like that, straight on. Also, these lines don't have to be perfect. You don't need to use a ruler, like who's got time for that? But anyway, we are gonna start off marking the middle again, just like we did in front view. I'm gonna mark the middle, then we're gonna mark the middle again for the nose. And then we mark the middle again for the mouth. Right, I'm praying and hoping that this is gonna work. Okay, from this area we are gonna draw a line that goes straight down. Just like that. Straight down line. And as you can see, the front face is already becoming like starting to be visible. And we're gonna pull back this line, draw it back. And I'm gonna kind of pull this inwards to the middle line at the bottom. So it kind of makes up that skull shape that you have at the back, just like that. So, very nice. And at this point, I like to draw a neck. I don't know, I like to draw it now. So I start by curving like from this line here, curving down. And it depends what kind of characters you have, because I have like a female character. The neck is long and elegant and beautiful. I'm gonna have like a curvature there. If it's like a guy, sometimes the neck will just go straight down like that. Or sometimes they don't even have like a curve. I don't know. Different people have different body types and heads and necks and all that kind of stuff. So like another thing I don't like about tutorials is that they always draw like a really basic anime face, and I'm doing that as well, but they never really explain different outcomes and how to draw like different types of faces. That's why I'm trying to show you like different variations as I go along, I guess. So I want to like erase just a bit, like I still want to see that line, but not so much because I want to draw over it. We're going in and we're following this line of the face. Then we're going to, on the eye line where the eye is, going to draw like a little bump that's going in, and then we follow that bump down to where the nose is going to be. And then where that nose line is technically like not where you want the tip of the nose to be, because that'll be too low. You want to kind of like bring it down like that, I guess. Just like that. And then have your lips have this little curvature kind of thing. Like this, like the top lip, it comes out kind of sharp, like that. So it's like an L shape, but the bottom lip is soft, like a soft curve kind of thing. Not that much there, but okay, this lip looks fucked up a bit, I don't know. But you get what I'm saying, like kind of like that, like the top lip has an L and then it rounds down. I need to speak more clearly. Definitely. So we have the lip. Oh, I need to redraw that. So we have like a tiny bump for the lip, and then we just have a little chin bump. I think I need to bring the lower lip back a bit. Kind of. It depends on the characters as well. The lips are going to be different, of course. You should probably study like different lips inside profiles. Just look at photographs and try to like recreate the different lips and stuff like that. So this is like our basic like side view shape, and then we'll draw the neck like that. You can have like a thinner neck. Obviously the placement of the neck will vary as well. I'm not going to give you like very specific instructions. So let's just do the ear now to get it out the way. Our ear is going to start just a little above the eye line. You can start like the corner of the ear on this cross section, and then the bottom of the ear is going to be like where the mouth is, kind of just like that. like that, and we're gonna have it on this line, the middle line that we had before. And I guess we're just gonna start drawing it out, and like different people have different ear shapes, of course. You should probably study some ear shapes. I'm just making one up. I don't know what I'm doing. Ears obviously have this thing, but yeah, if you want an ear tutorial, just tell me. Like, I'm gonna do like a really basic anime ear kind of thing without many details. Okay, I guess something like that. And oh, it went flying. This is kind of where the jaw would be, to give you like a visualization. This is like the jaw, and this is like the neck where it comes down, because the jaw doesn't go up and then go down. It kind of like smoothly goes down like that. For some people, the jaw might be like more pronounced like that. Like, depends on the kind of person you're drawing, really. They might have a sharper like curvature or whatever. I don't know. But this is like the jawline. I usually don't keep it in. I like a really like minimalistic look, so I erase all this stuff, and I have this like pretty face. Now for the placement of the eyes. Okay, so the eyes kind of like come from here, like on the eye line, obviously, and depends how big they are, you are going to draw like the height. This character's got quite big eyes, so we're going to make it quite big. But the thing about the side view, they're really narrow. The eyes are like really narrow, so because you're seeing them from the side view kind of. So you're going to draw like an oval like that. Imagine it's like this. Oh, imagine it's like this little eye thing, like a cartoon. But anyway, it's kind of like that. And so the top lid will kind of curve round and then go down. Right, and this depends on what kind of characters you have as well. So you might have like, obviously you might have like a smaller eye there. You might have like an eye that goes up and then comes down. Or you might have an eye that droops down and then comes up like that. I don't know. So we're just doing that. We're gonna make our eyelashes really nice and full, just like that. This one's quite normal, to be fair. You just follow the oval that you've drawn. Like, I feel like a lot of people struggle with eyes because they don't know where to position them, because they just draw them. They will draw a face and then have like this face. They'll have the lines that they know they need to follow, and then they'll just start sketching the eyes, and they're like sketching, and they don't know what they're doing, and it's like they end up looking different, like they're not following a certain flow. Like, I don't like it. I like my eyes to have like this pretty flow, like, so I draw circles for my eyes and then just follow the circles, and it's so easy. Like, you don't need to be trying to like draw them out of nothing. So yeah, here's like the eye that we have here, and the iris, as you can see here, it's not gonna be like this rounded circle. It's gonna be like a thin oval that's just about like that, and it depends on where they're looking. It's going to face that way. If the character, like right now the character is looking forward, if the character looks at the camera, right, if like this is the character looking forward, and the ellipse is like the oval is really thin. The eye is 3D, so if the character looked towards us, the ellipse would be like much more rounded, like not as thin, because the iris is kind of is like a ball, and obviously the more something moves along it, the thinner it becomes. Like, the far away from our view it gets. That's kind of how it goes, I guess. For the eyelashes, I like to add like little eyelashes right there, because remember, our eyelashes are coming like forward off her face, like just like that. And then I like to do my lower lashes too a little bit, just like that. And then we do the eyelid, and remember, like, the eyelid kind of comes off the front as well from this lash line, a bit like in there, but like that kind of. And then the eyebrows, like, they're a bit like thinner, like narrower, just like the eye. They grow a bit narrower than the front view. That eyebrow's a bit fucked up. Just gonna get it done with, just like that. Okay, we are malfunctioning. You know, when you draw the eyebrow, it's not on fleek. Okay, we're just gonna have to go with that. Okay, no worries. And then the mouth. Some people like to have the mouth over here, like all the way at the edge for the animes, and it's like, hello. But no, I like it a bit more realistic than that. So I like to keep it close to the lips, and fairly small as well. Gotta get it into my shape. I mean, it obviously depends on the character how like long the mouth shape is. I don't know. I don't know. There's something about this that just doesn't look right. I think. But yeah, kind of like that, I guess. Maybe he's just smiling a little bit. I don't know. I don't like the mouth, but you get my point. I am still struggling myself, actually. Also, different characters will have like different chins. I'm saying that a lot. Different characters will have very different elements that you can like play around with. Really, try different. Like, try a massive chin. Try like no chin. Like Leafy's here chin. Yeah, and that's how I draw them. I mean, you can draw like the lower lip kind of coming down, but I don't like to do the lower lip inside view. I don't know, I can never do it right, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. And then the 3/4 view. Okay, I'm already like exhausted from art fatigue. I get it so quickly. I'm so bad. I don't know. Rambling. So I'm just gonna draw like a big circle this time, so maybe you can see what the fuck I'm doing a bit better. Just like that. And this is gonna be purely in my style. Just like little tips and tricks. I like, as you can see, I like to miss out the jaw in a lot of places, but also, yeah, you get what I mean. So I will start off with a line that's the middle of the face, and as I go side view, I'll make it just a tiny bit curved. Just like in the side view here, it was just a bit curved. In the 3/4 view, it's just a bit curved because the face isn't flat. Okay. And I like to draw the line at the bottom sometimes, like that, at the bottom of the circle, just like in there. Just so I know the bottom of the face, because I want to keep it in proportion. Like, this is the middle, and this is how high my face will be. So I like to keep it in proportion to that size, so I can keep it in proportion to other characters. Yeah. And obviously, if I draw a line in the middle, I can find the middle of my oval. This might be getting confusing. We don't need that middle line, by the way. I mean, we can use it, to be fair, because, I don't know. Let's just delete it. Delete it. For the side view, as you can see, our jaw here on front view comes down like this, like a slanted angle. In side view, it's much less slanted. It's kind of like that. It's more straight down, as you can tell. And then the rest of the jaw can come sideways, slanted like this, to the little point we have here. So that's kind of the size of the face. And I like to keep this line here and this proportionate to this, and then come down like this, I guess. This is where the ear will be, because in different angles the ear will be positioned differently, so you don't have like exact markers that you can use. So I would just move it around according to the face. You kind of need to practice and get used to the placements, I guess. So this is where things get a little bit tricky. This is where we're going to be drawing the eye. I'm just going to stick like a really quick ear in before I start. Pretend. So obviously the further the face gets away, the more narrower the eye becomes. Like the more tilted the face is. So we can find the position of the eyes by drawing like an eye there, but not as wide as that, because the face is just a bit facing sideways, so the eyes are going to get a bit narrower. So you've got this like weird cyclops thing going on. Maybe make it a bit more like that, and then have the eye slanted coming off here, and then this eye would be wider because it's facing towards us more. Can rub out that cyclops eye, and I like to, as you know, make this lighter so I can draw the actual eye on top of it. Okay. And then obviously we have the middle line, and then middle line of this, and then the middle line of that. Really rough. You don't need to be precise. You don't need to measure it with a ruler. Just eyeball it. If you keep measuring everything with a ruler, all of your characters will look the same. They will look really generic and bland. Different characters will also have variations on which places each body part is on, like face part. But obviously these are like the guidelines, generic guidelines that you can follow that will make your human look like a human. Okay, moving on. Here we have the nose, and the nose is kind of like a slanted line, kind of like that, I guess. This is coming from like the bottom of it, it's going to be on the middle line, and then it'll slant over just a bit, because remember the nose has this bridge that goes out, and also the bridge of the nose will come kind of down like that. Obviously different nose shapes, yada yada. I don't like to connect these, leave it to the imagination, eh? And I like to kind of do that triangle thing again, just so I know the placement of the nostril, kind of like that, I guess. This point we can draw the eyes. These are going to be thinner, but also inside view, the corner of the eye, so like as you can see we don't draw like the corners, we leave it open, but inside view this line would extend down more. It'll be more downwards, like that kind of. It'll go down more basically. And then you just do the eyes as normal, following the circle, making it more narrow. Eyelashes, yay. Stuff. I like to add my thingy. And then we'll follow like the same shape but more wider, like the actual eye. Just like that. And then the bottom eyelid. And then lashes. Now the irises will be really like complicated to draw, so let's just get into it. I don't know where to make her look. I'm gonna try to make her look forward according to where she's standing, but if it doesn't turn out right the first time, then whatever. Remember the irises. Okay, this is This is gonna be really hard. I still struggle with this so much. Obviously the iris is gonna be elongated on that eye. Oh my god, it looks so off. Don't you tell me it looks off. Okay. Like in the corner of your eye, just keep looking at the other eye. Keep the whole picture in mind. I'm just gonna put the pupil, and if it looks off, then I'll change it. I mean, it doesn't look terrible, I guess. I mean, that looks pretty awful. Okay, whatever. Things that I struggle with still to this day. Yeah, whatever. She's looking mildly forward. Okay, she has cross-eyed syndrome. And oh god, where's my... Okay. For the mouth, I kind of start at this little angle. Make it go up a bit and then down. Just like a little lightning bolt, kind of like that. Because inside view, the lip kind of curves, as you can tell, and then you might add like the rest of the lip right there, and then the bottom lip. Full lips, you gotta love the full lips experience. I'm doing them in all sorts of different orders. Eyebrows. This eyebrow, right, is obviously going to be much thinner, and it's going to end much sooner than this eyebrow. So as you can tell, this eyebrow kind of, it doesn't go past this eye basically, and this one does a bit, because that's how it is, proportionate on the face. These lips are like really low, too low for my liking. I like to make them higher, but yeah. Now we can sketch out the face. So the brow bone, we can kind of follow this line that we have and curve it. And like in this one, there's a little bump. We're not going to make it that big, but there is a little bump. And then we follow this curve down, and where the chin is, we round out the chin, right? And then we follow this line that we have set here, because this is how it connects to the neck. There's obviously, as you can tell, a jawline is going to be here, like that. But as I said, I don't like drawing the jawline, so I'm just going to keep it in for now and then show you what it looks like without it. I like the style of it. So we draw the head round. Sometimes I like to add a bit more there. Sometimes the skull comes out a bit more. And then the neck won't be as far in as it is in side view. It'll be kind of like this. It'll still come in a bit again. And then kind of like that. At this point, I like to erase this bottom line, and I'm going to erase the jawline as well. So you can see it's kind of like this lineless style here that I really enjoy. I think it's really cute. And obviously I like to add my bottom lashes here as well. And that's basically it for the faces. So this is just my style of doing things. Different artists will have their own styles, obviously, but I like to use these ovals, as I said before, to start the face, because then I can draw like two characters together really quickly, just sketch them in. So I'll draw like one character, and then the other character is there, and the cheeks are squishy, they're just like, oh, this character looks really happy. I don't know. And then this character's like, I am the serious one in our relationship. It's like, and it's like, see, the faces are proportionate. See, that's how I do it, okay? How I keep things proportionate and cute, and I'm gonna draw like these little what is this? What is this? What is this? I don't know. And I like to use these ovals, and these ovals for eyes, and like triangles for noses, because it's like, it makes sense, okay? And then when you get more used to it, you can ditch the guidelines and kind of just do your own thing. Do your own thing, my fam. He's looking away. He's like, ooh, like, you know, what am I doing? That looks freaky. What am I talking about? I don't know. This is, I'm finished. I hope that you guys like this video. Obviously, it's not like the best method. It's the one that I love using because it makes some sense to me. It fits my style. There are many different methods. I suggest that you go off, you look at other videos of how to draw faces, manga faces from different people, collect information that you like. So let's say you like the way one person draws the nose, you like the method that another person used to draw the eyes, and you put them all together and you make your own method that will fit you. Remember, not to just take one person's method and use them, because it probably won't suit your needs and your style. So go out there, gather different information, look at real life studies, look at real faces, draw real faces. I know they're ugly, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And then once you do that, you can start breaking your own rules, doing whatever the hell you want, making art your own. And yes, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Subscribe if you're new, like if this helped you in any way, and hopefully I will see you soon with another tutorial or a speed drawing. I am going to be trying my best to make this channel a reality, like post consistently, but with my current job I have like very little time to do these kind of things. So I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, tell me what you think. I will see you later. Bye.